Hello again, ladies and gents. Welcome back to the Eververse updates, and I will say with certainty, with the season ending soon, this is the last week you can get your hands on any of the 30th anniversary or Season of Lost stuff until it's added back into rotation. So I would recommend you visit either of these offerings for the season or the event just to pick anything up here that you want so they don't go away and just in case, never come back. Now, going to the front, of course, this might be the last week of free Bright Dust, so be sure to grab it just because free Bright Dust is free. And then looking throughout, starting with the Bright Dust offerings, we have a Bungie projection for our Ghost, which is, this is the Bungie logo, the hand holding lightning, and the 7 and everything. Now, we have Obsidian Wings, a pretty cool looking ship all the way back from Season 10, which almost looks like an SR-71 Blackbird, but Destiny style. And it definitely seemed, it was alluded to that this might have been Fellwinter's ship as well, but, you know, illusions. Now we have the Mudcaked Monstrosity, a sparrow that's supposed to be kind of a pseudo knockoff Destiny Warthog, but it's honestly, it's hard to say. Even if it is supposed to be a Warthog, it's weird looking in comparison to normal sparrows, and it's still not always on time, so it's hard to say whether or not anyone actually uses that. And then another dance, you know, dances are dances. I don't like using them just because it's either smug or just boring. And then moving into the actual Bright Dust store, not many varieties today. I will mention there's not much that's available, but there is one or two good ringers. Now, the Spinning Juggle, a yo-yo emote, which has you basically just playing with another hologram emote until you eventually hit this button and stop. Now, the Too Cool Dance, more dancing, so, you know, that's what it looks like. It's a bit of a dance. Moving on, the Wheelie Shell, which is one of the 30th anniversary shells. It gives your Ghost a little motorcycle helmet that the color palette honestly looks good enough on its own. It's hard to say whether or not it shaders well officially. Well, it doesn't seem like the visor ever changes color, so that's minus points already. But then we have the VG-17 Flying Fortress, which is a ship from Season of the Rivals that is just chunky. It is just plain thick. There is no better way to put it. It does seem to shader well, though. It does take some... Well, it's hard to say well. It definitely takes colors, but it's hard to say whether or not they take them in the appropriate area. Yeah, seeing that, it does take options, but it's hard to say whether or not they look good. But into the Star Devil Racer, one from Season of the Hunt, the very start of this year of Stasis. Let's see. I forget, how does this take shaders? I think it's mostly dark colors, but, well, I need to find a shader that actually changes its color. Well, it does still look pretty dang cool. It honestly might look best naked, no shader. And then we have the You Think You're Big Time, another sort of Halo reference ornament for Xenophage, which really doesn't do much for it in terms of visuals aside from a color palette swap. So I might get it just because Halo and Reclaimer reference, but it's hard to actually say whether or not I would use it. And on that note, what's the point of buying it if you're not going to use it? PSA for rich people. Then the Helm of the Exile projection, a old Season of the Worthy projection for Trials. And then into the Flare, wrapping up, we have Safety First, a orange sparrow that's pretty much an orange shader that's pretty much orange to the max, make you look like a traffic cone. Then we have Calco's Finery, one we've seen several times in these Eververse looks. I don't have to explain it again. And then Bloody Tooth, a black and brown, black and, well, almost blood. Black and blood looking, kind of, although not much better than Valkyrie Zero. Then we have Jackarina, which is mostly black and a bit of blue. Well, it's hard to say. It's black and white with a tad of blue on armor, but then mostly black with blue on guns, as you can see on my little Ias Luna there. And to wrap it up with Transmetifax Reflection to look like an Osiris Reflection, we have the Dark Blade effect that makes you poke out of a stab sword to the ground, and we have the Cabal Shield Breaker, which makes you look like a broken Phalanx shield, kind of, if I had to guess the look. But then again, that's just off the name. That being said, like I said before in the start of the video, this is the last chance you'll be able to get your hands on some of these. Some of the stuff, specifically 30th Anniversary stuff, it may never return. It's hard to say whether or not they will. It could disappear and then reappear with the same event stuff from this season, but Season of the Lost stuff will definitely reappear in the season. 3 seasons down the line, it'll be introduced to engrams, and 2 seasons down the line, a lot of the stuff might get added to archives, but that will definitely not be gone forever. It just will take a slight hiatus with the new season coming in. That being said, my name is Matt Scorpion, and I will see you in the next video, which will be the Savathun Exorcism.